Outside the Box, second take. Thank you so much for being part of this season. It's been so cool, not only to bring some of the top influencers, but top entrepreneurs, but also see your reaction. Today's going to be awesome. This TikToker has millions of followers, and they started from absolutely nothing. I can't wait for you to hear this story. George, you ready for this podcast?
I am ready.
So, George, you follow this TikToker because you love food. Are you ready for this? Are you going to get hungry?
Heck yeah, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
All right, when we come back, we're going to introduce you to her. But if you haven't yet, make sure to follow us on Spotify. Outside the Box, second take.
Hey, what's happening? So today we're making chocolate banana popsicle. That was good.
I'm excited for this podcast because I have Jori in the house. What's up, Jori?
Hey, what's happening?
You know, you don't do lots of interviews. Like I scoured all over YouTube. I don't think you've ever done a podcast before. Is this your first podcast?
You're my first. You popped my interview cherry.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I know the audience is excited. Your audience as well, to get to know you a little bit better, get to know your story, get to know how you got started on TikTok. For those who don't know who you are, can you share with them what do you do on TikTok and on digital platforms?
I make food videos. I make it in my own way, as in like the way I do my voiceovers, or like during the moment I make tutorials on it, or like the food trends. Like, I don't know if you've seen Squid Game. Mostly like 90% of the world.
I have. George has too.
Yeah, you made the little cookie, the little with the star.
What is it called?
Yeah, you're right. The dalgona cookie with like the it's in the tin can with a little pin needle, and you're just like trying to make sure you don't get shot.
I'm sure we don't die when we eat these, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, you're kind of a diehard Squid Games fan, right? Because I saw that even at your birthday, you had a Squid Games party.
Exactly. Like, I wish I invited you. I should.
I didn't get the invite, George. We didn't get the invite.
It's okay. I didn't either.
If I knew George, yeah.
What she's trying to say is like, if I knew George, I would have invited George, but I wouldn't have invited
Thank
you.
you for taking the words out of my mouth. You're so good at
I mean, Joy, tell me how you truly feel. Look, let me ask you something. As far as TikTok, you have amassed a following in the millions, and so many people are trying to do what you're doing right now. How'd you start on this journey?
I started before the pandemic. I was doing YouTube at first, and then I went to a convention, and then I learned about it. So the convention was called VidCon. So that place, they'll have like little sections, conference rooms. And then I went to the TikTok conference room, and they were talking about their platform. And I was like, ooh, I need to get into this. Why not? Like, I'm a new creator. I'm trying to like produce videos. I want to like get my creation out, And so it was perfect timing because like we didn't know the pandemic was going to happen, So I started from there, and then, it just grew because it was easier with the algorithm.
How many years ago was this?
2.
Okay. So in 2 years, you've almost amassed 3 million followers on TikTok. Number one, congratulations. But two, how did you get started with doing recipes? Obviously, you're a chef. For those who don't know, Jori's an amazing chef. She went to cooking school and got her degree. Her TikToks pop up at around 11 p.m. at night for me, and it makes me want to just crave all the bad things that I shouldn't be eating.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm 34 years old. I can't eat Cheetos at night anymore. You get that heartburn, but I mean, it looks so yummy, But then you wake up wanting to eat it in the morning, and I'm just like, can't eat Cheetos at night, can't eat Cheetos in the morning, because it's not a good breakfast food,
So how'd you get started with these recipes? Like, where does that inspiration drawn from?
I would also watch videos, like how everybody's watching videos, and then like you feel inspired, and then I just make the videos. Like, how like when you're watching a cooking show and you're like, oh, I want to make that, and you're just making yourself, but without videoing yourself. So I decided to combine all those two, and then it just works out. Watermelon mustard. Still goes well together. Have feta cheese, cherry tomato. Yep. Mix it after you bake it. Add in your cooked noodles. Grate some Parmesan cheese. Don't be shy. Put some more.
So I know many people are probably watching your success phase, where obviously you connect with millions on a daily basis. But talk to me about those first few months when you first started on TikTok and when you first started with your content. Did you ever go through a phase where it just didn't look like it was working out? And what made you go past that?
Oh my goodness. So the first 4 videos in my other account, yeah, I had like a first account. So like, it started out like I was feeling devastated, like what's going on? Like, come on, like I know my stuff is good. I gotta do it. Like I have all this like there's a word for it. But yeah, I was like super inspired just to like keep going. It's like when you're hiking and there's like a rock and like, oh my God, I can't get over it. But then you just like figure out a way and then you just hop over it and then you forget about it.
Well, how'd you get past that though? Yeah, like that determination, right?
Yeah,
So like you had that rock right there on your hike. And so many people can relate to this because they go through that with their content. This is like that frustrating period where you know you're talented, you know you have a message, you know you have the content ready, but it doesn't reach an audience. How did you get past that rock?
Okay, the fact you're interviewing me right now and the fact that people are watching this right now or hearing it on their car or whatever is the same way that I searched for. Like I would search other creators who's already made it and like doing their things and just like follow what they're saying, like, oh, you should keep making videos, keep doing it. Or like you just focus on your like content and then like that's how I like made it through. As in, you know what I mean?
So from there, you developed a strategy.
Yeah.
And you were able to kind of, you know what I like about your content? It's my favorite part of it. Not only the food looks amazing, you just want to like, oh, eat it all right then and there through the screen, right? How many of you watch her video? Like, oh, I want that.
They're recipes that like you think of in your head. And it's like the cheesy rice. I like cheese. I like rice. It's like, let's put it together. You know, that whole thing.
Yeah, and I think what people really like about Jori, and I see it in the comments, is the authenticity. It's not like you're trying. You're not up there like saying like, here, I'm a chef, and here, take my advice. It's like, no, I'm part of you who's watching, and you make it so relatable. How did you learn to connect with the camera that well? Was it just through practice? Was it just through like trial and error?
Oh, that's how I am in life, like regularly. Like just
chill.
be you. Yeah, just chill. Like whatever I'm thinking in my head or feeling inside, I just say it outdoors, not the interior to the exterior, basically. Yeah.
What are some things for creators who are watching right now? Things that they should watch out for? Bad experiences you've had as you've been on this journey?
The comments. Yeah, as in like as a creator, you would love to like read the comments to like, you know, see the good vibes and everything, like them, or like connect with like your fans or like followers, you know. But then when you read those comments that have like, you know, it's hard because like there's times I did cry, honestly, and like I don't know if I should share this. Like this is like the worst comment I ever had. Should I?
If you want, yeah.
I mean, okay, so like 2 years ago, before I started producing content, my father, he passed away. I was taking care of him for a long time, and I would post videos about him because that helped me get through what I was going through. So I was doing this chocolate fountain, and I was asking my followers, oh, what should I dip next? And you know what they said? They said, you should dip your father next. I was like, whoa. I'm like, if someone can go that low, then I don't care about the rest of the comments. Like, there's nothing else. And luckily for me, I like dark humor, you know, kind of thing. So it was like whatever. But that was like, dang. You know, it just opened up my eyes.
Yeah, I think maybe one thing that I'm privy to, because I've known you for years, is that really, really hard phase in your life before you had this kind of elevation of where you currently are. So people always focus on the success and they go, oh, wow, she's so lucky. She's has it all. She has a huge audience and they love what she does. But can you share with us how trialing that process was and how you didn't break. That's what my main question to you is. Can you share a little bit like kind of what went on during that time?
Yeah, it was like the most hardest time in my life. I was like, what is going on? Why does that have to happen to me? Why? I can cry right now because it was so hard. Like going through all that. Like you think like my success is so good right now, but there's still more to grow. You know, even right now, it's like I want to be more. But then what helps me is be grateful. You know, so. You said, sorry, your question was how did I go through?
Well, for those who don't know, what happened during that phase that made you such a warrior? Because that's what I think you are. You're such a warrior.
So when I was taking care of my father, I would like go work out, and then it made me become more grateful of like what I have right now. Like I have him right in here. I'm taking care of him, but at the same time, I could work out. I could like do more creations, make videos, and at the same time, it's like, wow, I could do all that at one time. And right now, I don't like he's rest in peace. I don't have to take care of him anymore. So I could just focus on the things I create, which I'm so grateful that God. I pray all the time. I like even before this, I was like so scared, like having this like talk with you or coming here to the studio. I pray.
Wow.
Prayers help a lot.
So you experienced something that some people, it takes some years, or it's such a painful experience. I don't want to focus too much on the pain. Thank you so much for being transparent and sharing. But my main thing is, how did you pick yourself back up? And do you think that creating content kind of helped you become stronger, or like kind of see like all that waiting period was kind of like what catapulted you to where you currently are?
Luckily for my girlfriend and my mom, they helped me throughout like the process, like through the grieving and all that. And it just made me grow as a person. Without them, I would be nothing, honestly, because like, you know, even before like the creation of like TikTok, even though you get paid and stuff like that, before that, you don't get paid, you know? So I was, financially getting help by like my mother and my girlfriend throughout the whole time, you know? And also, I mean, like, yeah, I'll get like help from my like dad taking care of him, like, you know? But it's just, yeah, that's how I was able to like, because like when you get money, you should invest on yourself, as in like buy the camera that you need if you want a better camera, even though you could just use like a regular phone, or like studio lights, like everything that you want in your career, invest it in yourself. And that's how I kept growing and growing and growing. I just kept focusing. All you had to do is focus.
Yeah, you must have such a big team now, right? This is like you've grown so much. You went from a couple thousand followers to now millions. How big's your team?
It seems like 3 things: me, myself, and I.
Wow.
Sounds like me around here doing things by myself.
Oh, people assume, George, people assume like they go, man, that creator, that TikToker, like they've been able to reach these things and they must have it all. They must have this. It's like hearing Jori's story. Not only is it so positive to see where she currently is, but really, so right now you're a one woman band.
Yeah, practically. But I still include my girlfriend and my mom because
They're right
they
there
helped
with
me.
you.
Yeah, you need like support, you know.
How proud is your mom of you?
Oh my gosh, when she found out other people were talking about me, or like just even like her family from Philippines, they're like, oh my god, I watch her.
Poured in popsicle juice inside a pickle. I hollowed it out. Whoa. Stuck a stick in her and put her in the freezer for 1 hour. Fresh from the freezer, look how it turned out. Add some tahini and chamoy. Blend your hot Cheetos into crumble. Chicken leg piece. Cover your leg in flour. Shake your leg. Cover your leg in egg wash. Cover your leg in hot Cheetos. Now your leg looks like this.
And like, what are you talking about, my daughter? And like, she'll be surprised, you know, because my mom is from the Philippines. Yeah.
That's
But
amazing.
yeah, when she started hearing more about TikTok, like at first she was like, be a nurse, be a, you know, somewhere in the medical field. Like like, yeah, that was like just last
Well,
year.
let's talk about that because we have a really cool audience where their parents listen, but also the next generation listen. It's like there's that pressure of being a kid of an immigrant where they want you to, like you said, go into what they think is a right career path. When you told your parents you're going to be a chef or a DJ, how were their reactions? Were they supportive or not really?
They were supportive because they paid for my tuition.
Oh, nice.
We were like, but at first I was helping my sister at first, so we're doing like a family thing, and then I ventured off because I wanted to be more independent of like what I wanted to do. So throughout life, like I always felt like I was lucky, but so I always just felt my intuition. I just like, I want to do this instead. I want to do that. I want to do that. And then you just like, for some reason, somehow, God just like flows it into your life and then just integrates it.
There was a period of time where people would make fun of TikTokers. They would say, oh, you're a TikToker. You're not a YouTuber. You're not on Instagram. You ain't the real deal. And so actually some of the creators at the time refused to get on TikTok. Do you remember that time? And like,
Oh, yeah.
would people say the same thing to you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Right before the pandemic, they're like, TikTok, I'm never going to download TikTok. Like,
Yeah.
be open-minded, you know? Life always brings you new things. It's all about like innovation. You know, when something new comes out, people are like, nah, you know? Like, just check it out and see how it is, and then boom, you never know what's gonna happen. And look at me now, too.
Look at me now.
It's because at first it was only like dancing and people like singing and stuff, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to look at other people singing when I
Hey,
can't sing.
George, we always say we were ahead of our time because we were doing those type of things before there was a TikTok
We were.
or Reels. And, we still got it inside of us. But anyway, long story short, congratulations, Jory. You are really an amazing example for creators who aspire to be where you currently are. Let me ask you one last question before you go. Where do you see yourself as a creator, as a businesswoman, in 5 years? What goals do you have?
My goal is to be traveling around the world, trying all the food cultures while I'm DJing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be DJing at this one club or this one festival. Like, for example, like in India, there's a festival there, and then like at the same time trying their culture food. That's my dream. Oh my God, I can imagine
That's so
it right
cool.
now.
There's rage. Like,
Yeah.
everybody knows her as a chef right now, but they haven't even hit the DJ side. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
so
Jory,
cool.
Jory, can you make like a DJ, some kind of food, like, I don't know, where it spins on the turntable?
You know that I did that one time. I did like, it's like a Spinderella kind of thing. I put like a little Barbie cake.
Yeah.
And then I put it on my DJ set. It's like vinyls. Of course, I covered the vinyls so it doesn't get scratched or anything. Spinderella on this bitch. And then so she'd be like going around, but it didn't get that many,
I want to say something. I think one of the reasons that Jory has connected with so many people, because like you said earlier, she is what she portrays herself to be on camera. That's how she is in real life. She's humble. She's down to earth. She's super funny. I met her going to the gym, and
You go to the gym?
sometimes. But I remember one of the first times I met her, it was one of those days where the workout was insane. Like, I'm telling you, like, it was impossible. We had to do like a bunch of reps. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was with Chelsea. And to make the long story short, Jory killed me that day because she was my partner and she kept doing faster and faster, and we had to do cycles. Anyway, right then and there, I knew that she was not only strong, but way more in shape than I am. But
you now, you're in more shape than ever. Holy guacamole. I see in my fight cap, you're just like, brrr, or like fast, like running, everything. I was like, oh, my heart.
yeah. It's been amazing. I'm going to be honest. To see where you are now and to see how much God has blessed you and to, like you said, where you're going, I wish you nothing but the best. I know you're going to go way, way far. And this is international, like you said. So blessings to you. Where can people follow you?
At Jori Mezuda. JORIMEZUD.
Thank you, Jory. Thank you so much for going to Outside the Box podcast. We're going to pop that real quick. And if you're watching right now, make sure to follow us. Outside the Box Second Take. So awesome to have Jory. But on this season, we have other influencers, other entrepreneurs, leaders in the industry that I'm sure you're going to love their tips and advice. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.